Hey there, welcome back to our channel, where we share tips and tricks on how to save money and live frugally. Today, I found an article online that I'd like to share with you to see if we're all living the most frugal lifestyle that we can. The article is written by Mickey Rocks and is titled 10 Frugal Tips You Haven't Heard Already. Let's dive right in with the first tip, which is to make a 30-day no-buy list. There's a lot of chaos that comes with impulse buys, and having a bunch of websites with random items and cards can get really chaotic, especially if there are items that you actually want to buy. Essentially, when you're browsing online or in person and seeing an item that you feel you really need, quickly divert your attention by taking a deep breath and writing down the item on your list. Make sure you write the item name and the date so you're certain that you've waited 30 days. This is an awesome way to curb any impulse spending that can sometimes go unnoticed. Moving on to tip number 2, less is more. One of the biggest traps that anyone who practices frugal living can fall into, and oftentimes most people will fall into, is buying things on sale just because they're on sale. For example, if you see a coupon that shows an item that's super discounted, you buy it just because it's on discount. Unfortunately, the only people these deals really benefit are the companies who give the coupons. Most people, myself included, suffer from fear of missing out, or FOMO, and when we see a deal that's amazing, we feel inclined to buy it because we don't know when it'll go on sale again. This can cause you to spend on things you don't need. So, to avoid this trap, dig into your memory and ask yourself, do I need this item for grocery? If you haven't used the item in the last 3 months, then it's not an item you need. For clothes, if you already have an item similar to that, then avoid it. Tip number 3 is to do a self-audit every 3 months. In other words, evaluate your budget every 3 months. 3 months is a good baseline amount because it's not so short that no changes will be made, but it's not long enough that you may have an obsolete budget due to a lot of changes that may have happened. For example, you may have started with a specific income on your budget, but you recently got a raise. As you approach the 3rd month of your current budget, you go over all your expenses and income and realize you can adjust how you spend and save money because of your raise. You may also notice that there are some expenses that you can cut out to improve your money management. Bonus tip: it's easier to accomplish short-term goals than longer-term ones, so always set goals in line with your 3-month budget check. Tip number 4 is to look at your credit reports yearly. Credit reports are a good signifier of how well you're doing with paying down debt and with your finances in general. Most people only take the time to look at their credit score when they need to, like buying a house, leasing a car, or any other major loan. However, looking at your credit reports every year allows you to avoid having any overly high interest rates in case you want to take a major loan. It allows you to stay on top of your finances and to make sure that you're not a victim of fraud. For instance, let's say you want to buy a new home in the next 5 years, but before you do anything, you take advantage of your yearly free credit check and realize it's not accurate. You then take the necessary steps to correct any errors or discrepancies that you find. This will ultimately help you maintain a good credit score and save you money in the long run. Tip number 5 is to take advantage of free activities. Living frugally doesn't mean you have to sacrifice fun and entertainment. There are plenty of free activities and events that you can participate in that won't cost you a dime. Check out your local community calendar for events like free concerts, movies in the park, or outdoor festivals. You can also take advantage of free admission days at museums, zoos, and other attractions. Spending time in nature is also a great way to enjoy the outdoors for free. Hiking or having a picnic in a local park are all great ways to enjoy the outdoors without spending any money. Tip number 6 is to cook more meals at home. Eating out can be convenient, but it can also be expensive. Instead, try cooking more meals at home. Not only is it cheaper, but it can also be healthier. Plan out your meals for the week and make a grocery list before you go shopping. This will help you avoid buying unnecessary items and will ensure that you have everything you need for your meals. You can also save time by preparing meals in advance and freezing them for later. Another benefit of cooking more meals at home is that you have more control over the ingredients that you use. This can be especially important if you have dietary restrictions or food allergies. When you cook at home, you can choose high-quality, fresh ingredients and avoid additives and preservatives that are often found in packaged or restaurant food. Tip number 7 is to use cashback apps and websites. There are several cashback apps and websites that allow you to earn money back on your purchases. These apps and websites work by giving you a percentage of your purchase back as cash or gift cards. Some popular cashback apps and websites include Rakuten, Ibotta, and Swagbucks. Just be sure to read the terms and conditions carefully to avoid any hidden fees or restrictions. Using cashback apps and websites is a smart way to earn some extra money on your everyday purchases. Some of these apps and websites offer additional incentives, such as sign-up bonuses and referral programs, which can further increase your savings. For example, you may earn $10 in cash or gift cards just for signing up and making your first purchase. You can also earn extra cash or points by referring your friends and family to these services. Tip number 8 is to shop secondhand. Buying used items is not only a great way to save money, but it's also a great way to reduce waste. When you purchase used items, you are keeping them out of landfills, which is better for the environment. Plus, buying used items means that you're not supporting fast fashion or other industries that contribute to overconsumption and the depletion of natural resources. You can find used items at thrift stores, garage sales, and online marketplaces like Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. These places often offer a wide variety of items, ranging from clothing to furniture, books, electronics, and more. By shopping secondhand, you may even find unique and one-of-a-kind items that you wouldn't be able to find in traditional retail stores. Tip number 9 is to negotiate bills. Don't be afraid to negotiate your bills. Many people don't realize that they can negotiate their bills, but it's actually quite common and can save you a significant amount of money. You can start by calling your service provider and asking if they can offer you a better rate. This can be especially effective if you have been a loyal customer for a long time. You can also shop around and compare rates from different providers to see if you can get a better deal elsewhere. In addition, some service providers offer promotional rates that are only available for a limited time. If your promotional rate is about to expire, you can call and ask if they can extend it or offer you a new promotional rate. Remember, the worst they can say is no, so it's always worth a try to negotiate your bills and save some money. And finally, tip number 10 is to find a frugal community. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals can help you stay motivated and committed to living frugally. Join online groups, attend local events, or start your own frugal community. Sharing tips and strategies can help you learn new ways to save money and achieve your financial goals. Being part of a frugal community can also be a great source of support and encouragement. It can be challenging to maintain a frugal lifestyle when everyone around you is spending freely, but being part of a community of people who share your values can make it easier. You can also use the community as a resource for finding deals, sharing items you no longer need, and even carpooling to events. Additionally, being part of a frugal community can help you develop new skills and hobbies. For example, you may learn how to sew, knit, or cook from scratch, which can help you save money in the long run. You may also find new ways to have fun that don't involve spending a lot of money, such as hiking, picnicking, or having game nights with friends. That's it for today's video on 10 frugal tips you haven't heard already. We hope you found these tips helpful and that you can incorporate some of them into your frugal lifestyle. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.